Today we're chatting about emergency funds and how much you should be putting back each week to save for an emergency fund. Now, this question came about because I was sharing on my Instagram stories last week that our AC unit went out. I know, so frustrating. But you know what? It could have been a stressful situation, but it wasn't because we had that emergency fund in place. I'm so thankful for that emergency fund, and I want you to have one in place too, so that when something happens, when life happens, you won't have to be caught off guard, but you'll have a plan in place. Hi friend, if we haven't met yet, my name is Shanina, and I'm super excited that you're here watching this video. Before I dive into today's question, I wanted to give you just a tiny bit of financial background on me, because quite frankly, maybe you're wondering, why in the world should I be following your financial advice? I understand, but the truth is, I'm just an ordinary girl, and I like to share what I've learned throughout this journey of life so that I can encourage and inspire you. Now, I have been on a budget since I was 14 years old. I looked at my end of year earnings and I was like, I have made thousands of dollars. Where did all that go? I had absolutely nothing to show for it. And so I purposed then to be smarter with my money. But just because I was smart with my money and on a budget, that didn't mean that I didn't have struggles financially. There have been times when I wondered how the bills were going to get paid. Through just a valley that I was going through in my life, I wondered how I was going to pay the mortgage. But you know what? The Lord worked it out, and I was able to pay my bills every single month. And I am currently debt-free. My husband and I live debt-free, and we want the same for you. It is possible to live debt-free, and you can do this too, friend. Now, the question that we're talking about today is how much you should put back in your emergency fund each week. And it's a very simple answer, and you're not going to like it. I know you're not going to like it because I don't have a certain number to give you. It just depends on how much you have left over in your budget each week to put into your savings. If you have $5, put it in your savings. $20, $50, $100, $1,000 extra. I want you to just start chunking away into your savings until you've built your emergency fund. Now, I want to give you 3 goals to work towards, because we like to follow Dave Ramsey's steps to financial peace. And the first 3 are the hardest, and I think the people, once they get to the first one, they like to give up. But the first one is to put a $1,000 baby emergency fund in your savings. I want you to chunk everything extra you have into that savings account until you get to that $1,000. And then once you get to the $1,000, I want you to move to the step number 2, and that is paying off all of your debt except for your house. Now, people get stuck here, but I want to encourage you to push through and do it and pay off those bills. You can do it. It took a while to get in debt. It's going to take a while to get back out of debt, but I want to encourage you that you can do it. So put your $1,000 in the bank, pay off your bills, and then third, you can start saving for that big emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of your household expenses. So the bottom line is this: whatever extra you have in your budget, I want you to start chunking that to your savings. Now, if you've never started a budget, I'm going to leave a link below to some resources you can use to start a budget. This is how I have a budget, and I want you to think of a budget as not a ball and chain, because it's not. It's just you telling your money where it's going to go. You can do this, friend. You can have that emergency fund. You can live debt-free. Will it take work? Yes, but I know that you can do it.